Oh, good girl, Kaya. Good pooping. All right. Hey guys, it's Dean. Good morning. So it is week 4, day 2 of the Manful Yoga 30-day morning yoga challenge. So this is the 16th, 17th day we're doing this. We're going for a total of 30 days. So I hope you're following along. If you are live, welcome. I've got another question for you today and 3 more poses. So thanks for being here. If you are not watching this live, you can always follow along later on. And if you miss a day or 8 days or 12 days, you can still do the challenge. Don't worry about it. The goal is just to do the goal is just to do it if you can do it that day. And if that adds up to more consistency over the course of 30 days, yay. Um, so that's our goal. Just try to be as consistent as you can and get into the habit of doing yoga in the mornings. So we're going to go through 3 different poses today. We've got a lot of hip work today, which is really, if you can do hip work and you can have strong hips, everything else will fall into line. So we're going to be working on your hips, incorporating some core work and some shoulders as well. So full body stuff, but focused on the hips. So in the past, we've talked about, yesterday I asked you guys, how many days are you working out per week? It looks like we've got a lot of people doing 5, 6, 7 days, 4 days. That's awesome. Um, so my question for you today is, what's your diet like? Do you follow a certain diet? Are you paleo? Are you vegan? Are you vegetarian? Are you keto? Are you whatever? Let me know in the comments here. Um, and yeah, personally, I have a pretty much a whole foods diet in the sense that I try to make as much of my food as possible. Um, I try to eat a lot of greens. I have a big smoothie in the morning with a bunch of superfoods like chia seeds and hemp seed, and I put in a bone broth protein complex made by Active Remedy. Um, it's a really awesome product. And then I have eggs, and I usually mix that in with whatever I ate the night before. Most of my dinners include grass-fed beef with mixed veggies, and some sort of carbs, white rice, sweet potatoes, sourdough bread, something like that. Um, but yeah, diet's important. So make sure you at least, you don't have to follow a particular diet, but make sure that you're at least thinking about your diet and you're eating in a way that reflects your fitness goals. So, alrighty, here we go. We're gonna start off. Our first pose, should you choose to accept it, is a wide-legged stance with knee bends. So get into your wide stance, push into the outer edges of your feet. Start by bending your knees. I'm just gonna have you kind of go from side to side like this, hinging into one side. Kaya, what the hell? Kaya decided she didn't like the camera. Oh, that's great. All right. Kaya literally just did a front flip into the camera. I don't know why she does that. Anyways, we're back. Wide-legged, wide-legged stance. Push into the outer edges of your feet. Squeeze your thighs toward one another. Keep your chest upright. And we're just going to bend from one knee into the other. Now, as you bend, you want to make sure that you're keeping your weight in your hips. So from the side, what I want you to make sure you're doing is keeping your butt back and trying to keep your chest upright. Try to avoid leaning into your knee and letting your knee go really far forward and your heel coming off the ground. So keep your hips back. And we're just kind of working into your groin, going back and forth. And if you missed Kaya knock over the camera, please go back and watch that because that was hilarious. All right, so bending into one knee, bending into the other, and again, pushing down through your feet. Another way to do this is turn your toes out slightly. That's just going to open up um, it's just going to open up a little bit of a different way, so you're not going to feel as much restriction when you're bending into your knees. So you're welcome to turn the toes out a little bit as you're going back and forth here. As you exhale, go over to the side and bend. Stretch more. As you inhale, bring it back to the middle. All right, and then from here, we're going to go into a wide-legged stance with your arms extended. So you're going to get into your wide-legged forward fold, kind of like you normally would. If it feels really tight, it's the morning, bend your knees, pull your chest forward. Start by lifting just one arm up, extending it forward, turning the palm up, keeping that other hand relaxed on the ground. And then when you're ready, without changing anything, bring the other arm up and hold. So this is an isometric strengthening exercise. We're working on building strength in your core, your hips. We're also working mobility in your hamstrings and your inner thighs. Keep the arms up, keep your chest pulling forward and up, and keep your abs tight. Make sure that your back is flat here. Probably, if you're tight, what's going to happen is you're going to round your back. So I want you to bend your knees a little bit more. And then if you can, maybe straightening the legs a little bit, but your back being flat and having no pain in your lower back is more important. One more breath here. All right, now let's come out of that. Oh, yeah. All right, we're staying in our wide stance. We're moving into extended side angle. So from this position, with your feet turned slightly in, turn your right foot out, starting in a wide-legged stance, taking into a warrior two stance, knee over your ankle and your front foot. Hips are facing to the outside, back foot is turned in just a tiny bit, and then hug your legs toward one another, and think about pushing your back hip into your front hip, keeping your ribs lifted away from your hips, right? So I'm really tall in this position. Weight is in my glutes, and I'm pulling my hips forward using the strength of my right leg. Arms come out, right wrist comes inside the right knee, and then I'm going to swing my left arm around my head. Notice how I do this little swing here? That helps open the shoulder. And I want to try and make a straight line from my back foot up through this extended left arm. Abs are tight. That's going to help me get that straight line. And again, the weight stays centered in the hips. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit here, you can look up at your left arm. So you're going to feel this stretch through your groin. You're also going to feel strengthening through your right leg, but don't forget your left leg. Squeeze your left thigh, help out, and support that right leg. One more breath. All right, bring it back to warrior two to get out of it. Straighten your right leg, turn it in, turn your left foot out, and we're moving into the other side. So my left heel points just behind my right heel. Hips still face out to the side. I'm not keeping them facing out all the way to the side because that's impossible. So they're turned to the middle just a tiny bit, but you want to make sure that your hips are mostly facing out to the side and you're not doing something like this where you turn your hips to face forward. All right, bend into your front knee. Your knee should track over your middle toes. So make sure that you're not bending into the knee and it's doing something like this, right? So if you look at me, I'm basically trying to keep everything behind this leg, right? See how my butt is behind this knee? My torso is above my hips. I'm not letting my butt poke out behind me like that. So there is a lot of glute engagement to help that. And my abs are tight, and I should have no pain in my lower back. From here, left wrist comes inside the knee. I'm going to swing that right arm around, just like I did with the other side. And I'm going to roll back my right shoulder. Keep my right hip active, so right hip presses into the left hip. And I want to avoid dumping my weight on my left leg here. So with your left arm, you can either lightly press it into the inside of your left knee to make sure you're opening it up, or you can extend it down toward the ground. Just make sure that you aren't resting your forearm there and resting your weight. Use your core strength to keep yourself upright. A couple more breaths. All right. And then bring it back. Straighten that leg, turn it in, and that's it. So those were our 3 poses today. Um, Good job. If you haven't already joined the challenge, sign up at manflowyoga.com/morning30. We've got 30 days total of this going all the way through August 23rd. Every weekday, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Central Time live, but we're also sending out emails and hosting this on our other social media channels as well. So it'll be on our Instagram, or my Instagram, or however you want to say that, and also on the Facebook page. So it's all /manflowyoga, Instagram.com/manflowyoga, and Facebook.com/manflowyoga. But to sign up for the challenge and enter a chance to win our giveaway that we're doing as part of this challenge, go to manflowyoga.com/morning30. Yeah. And then if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, make sure to subscribe. Put out a lot of videos. We're doing a lot of videos this month, especially for the morning challenges every weekday, but we're also going to be putting up other videos talking about how can you incorporate yoga into your existing workout routine? How do you start yoga? What are some common errors that guys make when they practice yoga, right? So I try to speak to guys who are interested in learning yoga from a non-spiritual perspective, or interested in learning more about the technique. So if that vibes with you, I think you might like this. You'll probably like this. If it doesn't, then hopefully you can appreciate the technique aspects. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Again, my question for you today is, what type of diet do you follow? And if you don't follow a particular type of diet, what do you like to eat? Um, so let me go through the comments. That was funny. Yes, it was. Pooches, gotta love them. Yes, they're wonderful. Lots of veggies, chilling red meat, but I love a good steak. Workout 4 to 5 days. Used to try to stick with paleo. Eat a lot less meat and fish, so that's changed things. Yes, that's gonna make it different. Low carb diet, cool. All right, yeah, great move by the doggo. Kaya, that was wonderful, Kaya. I don't really have anything else to say. So make sure to sign up for the challenge if you've not already. It's on my website at manflowyoga.com/morning30. And yeah, I'll see you guys on tomorrow.